Hey, what's up everybody? This is Reese here from CeeManga and welcome to my review of One Piece Chapter 731, Dressrosa Operation SOP, or SOP, whichever way they intended to say it. Either way, you know what, this week, it was on friggin' crazy ass chapter. There was a hell of a lot going on. Um, One thing I do want to say first off is that Bart guy, his personality has had a complete 180 since he found out about Luffy. Then we find out obviously he's like a big ass Luffy fanboy. Seriously, he just really wants to join the Straw Hats, and that's kind of like making me wonder whether he will kind of be allowed to. Only because like in the beginning he seemed like a bit of an ass. He just seemed like one of them kind of like evil dudes. But the way he's kind of acting now, I don't know. It seems to me like he might actually fit in a bit with the Straw Hat demeanor. It's like I can kind of picture him just like having fun singing and dancing with like Brooke and that when they're doing their stupid YOLO, all that crap. I can just kind of like see him doing the high kicks and all that stuff. And then the fact is, his power will kind of come in handy a hell of a lot. The whole barrier fruit, it's pretty badass. So I'm kind of wondering. I think he'll kind of like become a little bit of a great asset. But then again, it's up to Oda, whatever the heck he's gonna do. Because like obviously the Straw Hats, it's nice that they get more members, but at the end of the day, there's still more screen time for everyone else in the thing, so it's going to be a bit difficult unless they get like some cannon fodder characters. But then again, I don't know if people kind of like, will you guys enjoy cannon fodder characters being on their crew, or is it just like, you know what, just stick with these, like I think it's 9, yeah, just stick with these 9 and then everything's all good. So yeah, Bart, he saved Bellamy from that Ico looking chick. But what's kind of nuts is that I thought Bellamy might obviously, like back in a while ago, I was thinking Bellamy might end up like defecting from Don Flamingo's crew, maybe like join up with Luffy's crew or something like that. But no, he is still completely 100% loyal to Don Flamingo, even though he had a hit put on him. So like, seriously, come on. If you get a hit put on you, you kind of was like, you know what, fuck this guy. I don't care about him, but hell, it just shows how much respect he has for the guy, even though the guy planned to kill him. So anyway, on to Operation SOP. I'm going to call it that for now because SOP just sounds stupid. So yeah, the plan is to basically infiltrate the factory via a secret tunnel at the port. Why the port? Well, that is because that is where the person who with the hobby fruit is. This is obviously the chick who's turning everyone into toys. Apparently their little thinking is if they knock her out, her power will be dispelled. But I kind of find this really, really strange, It's like, I don't think there's ever been a devil fruit ability that if you knock out the user, its effect wears off, kind of thing. It's like, okay, it's a bit kind of strange. Maybe if you kind of like knock out Robin and she's got a kind of clutch hold on you, the clutch hold will disappear. But still, I wouldn't have thought this type of ability was one of them kind of temporary illusion things. As long as she's friggin' conscious, the thing stays gone. So it's like, what happens if she's asleep? Does it get dispelled if she's asleep? Does she never sleep? I don't know. It's really, really, really weird. So yeah, they said obviously when she ate the fruit, she became kind of like immortal. So that's why she looks like a child still. But again, this power, it just doesn't sound right what they're planning to do. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't really see Oda kind of going down that route there because I don't know, it doesn't really make too much sense. It's just full of holes. The whole thing of if she's asleep, what happens? If she's asleep, what happens then? The power obviously doesn't get dispelled because they're all still friggin' toys and they still don't have any of their memories. So, it's a bit weird. But anyway, after that, it all goes back down to Luffy. Luffy's frantically looking for an exit, running around, and then he ends up like running into like Bart and Bellamy. So yeah, there ends up becoming a lot of good news after this and a lot of nice little parts. Bart has basically taken it upon himself to get the Mera fruit for Luffy. Apparently he was planning on giving it to him anyway, and that's like another thing of like he definitely really, really, really wants to join the crew. So I'm kind of like seeing that if he doesn't join, he's gonna be he's gonna be kind of like a stalker dude, kind of like Juvia is with Grey in Fairy Tail. So he's always just gonna be like following behind them all the time, just like you'll see him like peeking out from behind corners, all that rubbish. But yeah, things change pretty much when a mysterious person arrives to talk to Luffy. And this reveal, it couldn't have been any more obvious as to who he was just from looking at his clothes. You can pretty much tell exactly who he was the second Luffy broke into tears. We never really see his face, but we know that it is obviously one of his brothers from back in the day, Sabo. Sabo makes his return to get Luffy out of a jam. he ends up like getting Luffy out and then giving him, Zoro, and Kinemon a bunch of little stupid costumes so they can obviously run around blending with the toys. But yeah, Sabo has actually returned, and he's not the only one who's actually returned. We also get to see a grown-up, I think you say her name as Cowler. That's what I want to say from like the way it's spelled. But yeah, she seems to have like a new ability. She seems to be like some weird substitute fisherman karate teacher. I never thought that a human could learn fisherman karate. Seriously, it's like she must be on some next level. She can do that. But heck, I'm kind of wondering who she learned it from, because from what I remember, they dropped her off at the island and then that's when shit went south. So maybe there were some other Sun pirates out there who, you know, respected her enough to say, yeah, I'll teach you. Or maybe she actually did learn some when she was with Fisher Tiger, but they just didn't really go into it. Who knows? So yeah, nice little chapter there, you know, got a nice few little faces returning. I'm wondering like whether they'll kind of go more into the Sabo thing after they've defeated Don Flamingo, or whether he'll turn up and like kind of help them out a bit more, because like they are kind of revolutionary pirates, so maybe they're helping the revolution of Dressrosa, getting rid of Don Flamingo, something like that. But yeah, Straw Hats are now free to run around Dressrosa, so they're going to clean some shit up, hopefully. And these battles, they seem like they're pretty close on the horizon now, which I cannot really wait for. So I'm kind of waiting for some epic battles on the same level as like the Water 7 battles. You know, finally we kind of get to see what they can do after this whole 2 years of training, see like the fruits of all their labour and everything. That is what I'm really, really waiting for. So yeah, that pretty much ends this little talk from me, guys. I quite enjoyed this chapter, you know. I just cannot wait for the battles to start, which I'm hoping are going to be very, very soon. Hopefully like just after Christmas or something. So yeah, you guys have heard what I think, you know, but what do you guys think? You can let me know in your comments below. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, give it a little thumbs up, helps out a lot. And don't forget to check out the other stuff we do on the channel. So I'll see you soon.